The Jets are in the news for two reasons. Number one, Sean Morash is in the crosshairs of Jet fans, as well as Craig Carton. We'll get into that in just a few minutes based on Sean's reporting from yesterday. But as you just may have heard with Boomer and Gio, we now know who the Jets' offensive coordinator will be. It was rumored for a while. It felt like it was inevitable. But Frank Reich is the new OC. Tiki, how are you? Your thoughts?
I'm good this morning, and I think this is a good hire for the New York Jets, for Aaron Glenn, and specifically because Frank Reich has a lot of experience being an offensive coordinator. He has experience being a head coach. He will be a trusted, competent voice in the room, despite the failure that happened in North Carolina with the Carolina Panthers. And we kind of can explain that one away because how he got hired, when he got hired, he had a quarterback that was young. He needed to or wanted to win right now. It just wasn't the right fit. But I think Frank Reich is a good hire. It's not necessarily a grand slam home run, but it's one that fits the bill of getting the Jets, hopefully, if they get the talent right, back, and specifically the quarterback, back to being somewhat of a stable offensive system that we haven't seen in a couple of years here.
What do you want me to do here? You want me to be real?
I mean, the reality is they're still probably going to be bad.
There you go. But they're going to suck.
But
and he's not going to be here in 2 years.
But I'm talking about from a coaching hire.
Yes.
You needed someone who you could be like, at least the wall's not going to fall down.
Yes, and that's where I stand. It's a single to center field. I got no issue with Frank Reich. I still remember Craig and I being pissed off at Boomer 4 years ago when Boomer admitted he talked Frank Reich out of taking a job in 2021. Obviously,
the head coaching job?
I forget what the job was. I don't remember. I just remember we were angry, and it was like, but look, Boomer's right. I mean, geez, like, I was mad at the time. I'm always mad at the time because I'm a fan and I want my team to do well. But he's not wrong. I mean, the Jets are a dumpster fire, which we'll get into in a few minutes. So I think when you look at Frank Reich's resume, it's a solid resume. Obviously had great success in Philadelphia as the offensive coordinator. I mean, Carson Wentz was basically an MVP player.
Yep.
They go out, they win a championship with Nick Foles as the backup. It's fantastic. Overall, did a fine job in Indianapolis and was dealt bad circumstances.
In Indianapolis, he had a bunch of horribles. He didn't have a quarterback in any year.
He also had a quarterback that retired out of nowhere.
Right.
I totally get that. That's why I want to be fair to him. So I think overall, great OC in Philadelphia. Wonderful head coach to begin with in Indianapolis, was dealt with an awful hand, got fired midseason. The Carolina disaster, whatever. If you want me to delete it from my memory, I can.
Yeah, I kind of forget it sometimes, to be honest with you.
And maybe we should. The reality is he hasn't been an offensive coordinator in 9 years, and he's fine. He's a fine hire. But the truth is, I know, you know, Gio knows, Sean, well, we don't count him right now. Craig knows.
I don't know. He's got all the Jet news.
That's true. Big Mac knows. We all know where this is going. They're going to suck, and everyone's going to be fired, including Frank Reich. He's just going to be another casualty in where this franchise is. Now, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that whatever quarterback they bring in, whether it's a veteran, whether it's a youngin, whoever it is, I hope Frank Reich gets the best out of him, and the Jets surprise me, and they surprise everybody else. But when you ask me, because it's common, hey, Jet fans, what do you think? Frank Reich, 888-808-1019. Are you happy? Are you mad? It's the same thing we did yesterday with Matt Nagy. I think most Jet fans deep down feel exactly the way I feel. There's nothing against Frank Reich. He's a fine hire. It's just, this all feels inevitable. It just feels like...
Well, you're not going to feel inspired. You're not going to say, now we're on our path. And part of that is not even Frank Reich's fault.
No.
Part of that's the fact that who the hell is your quarterback in 2026?
That's a huge part.
I mean, that is the biggest part, to be honest with you.
That's why I don't want anyone to take what I'm saying about this situation as a knock on Frank Reich. He's a fine hire. He's a single to left field. That's how I viewed it. Like, it's not a grand slam, but it's fine. It's solid. I got nothing against his resume or what he's done or, you know, Boomer always says he's a great guy. I believe he's a great guy. He probably is a great guy. You know how I know Frank Reich's a great guy without ever meeting him?
How?
He took this job. He was like...
And he didn't have to. He could have just stayed retired.
He's like, Aaron, we were teammates. I like you. Screw retirement. I'm going to help you. Like, he probably is the nicest guy in the world. But we don't know where this is going. And we could even add a little element to this. What week is he the head coach of the team? You want to go with week 8? Week 11?
Right.
Week 13? Because before Sean gets a chance to defend himself, here's what we all know. Everyone will admit. They just frame it differently. Woody Johnson is already handsy with this team. Don't tell me he isn't.
Right.
And we know what Woody does when the team loses. So the reality is, and I hope this doesn't happen because I hope the Jets win and I hope they're great and I hope I eat all these words. Aaron Glenn isn't going to be long for this world. And I could totally see Woody Johnson sitting there at 1-9 saying, screw it, I'm getting rid of you. And that's kind of the depression right now I have as a Jet fan, and I think a lot of people have right now, that has really anything changed?
Same old Jets.
I mean, so it's a fine hire. I don't want to dismiss it.
No.
It just feels like we're headed towards the same glacier.
Yeah, it feels like that Frank Reich is going to get into whatever, I forget the address now, over there on Park Avenue.
One Jet Drive.
One Jet Drive, yes. Yeah. Park Avenue in New Jersey. And look at it and be like, what the heck did I get myself into?
The Jets are a sewer.
How in the world am I going to have or find success here? Now, they have some good couple of good skill position players.
Yeah.
But without a quarterback, and he knows this because Chris Ballard in Indianapolis, after the Andrew Luck retirement, just was like, all right, let's try this guy.
Right.
All right, let's try this guy. You know what? Let's get this guy. Hey, Matt Ryan, you want to? Hey, come here. It was going nowhere quickly, and I think it's going to feel very similar to him with the New York Jets because there isn't an answer at quarterback.
Yeah, and you go through his history to say, okay, who's he going to bring from his past? Is he going to get Andrew Luck out of retirement?
Well,
No.
I mean, Andrew Luck kind of hired him as the interim head coach at Stanford.
No, right.
So it could be a quid pro quo.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. But all right, is it Andrew Luck? Is it Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement again?
At 45?
Is it your buddy Matt Ryan saying, I'm running the Falcons?
I think Arthur Blank is paying him quite nicely to be the president of football there.
Is it Jacoby Brissett? Is it Carson Wentz?
Jacoby Brissett's still out there.
No, I'm naming all the names because you're right. That's a part of, I think, the negativity we have as Jet fans. Like, yes, they have the building blocks of a good offensive line.
Yeah.
Yes, they have a good running backs room. Yes, we love Garrett Wilson. They don't have a quarterback. And as we sit here today,
and you're not drafting one.
Well, I think they will draft one.
You're not drafting one that's going to play for you right away and look like he's their future.
Well, yeah. I don't think he's playing right away. And when he does play, he's going to be a rookie.
I hate rookies.
So it's tough to have a level of confidence in all of this.
Yes.
And so I don't want to be just negative, but I also want to be real. And just being real, like, I just feel like we're headed towards the same iceberg. Everything feels the same. Now, Sean Morash, and I think I explained this rather well yesterday about you, Sean. Your message may be 1,000% right about everything you reported yesterday, but you're Sean Morash.
Of course.
You hate the Jets. And so we live in these extreme worlds where we take people who aren't defined by this, but we make them extreme. I love you, and I love Craig, who refuted everything you said. Here is me taking what Craig is to the extreme and you to the extreme. You're a Jet hater, and you're a Jet troll. So everything you do is related to that.
Can we just stick with troll, not hater?
Okay. And Craig is just a shill who's going to repeat whatever the Jets tell him. Now, I don't think both of that is fair.
Yes.
I think both of you are coming from good places. You're coming from a place of sources have told me this. And Craig, who's been open about it, like I'm not speaking out of turn here, has said, I called the Jets. He went on a whole thing. I called the Jets. I love Craig. And I've said this to him many, many times. They're lying to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just going to be blunt. I love the Jets. They are my favorite team. I continue to give them money. They're not going to admit bad things about the franchise. So I respect and appreciate that Craig reached out, but I'll say it again. One time I called him a useful idiot, and he left. In this case, unfortunately, again, I think you're a useful idiot.